Hey guys, welcome back. I'm going to get a little bit done tonight on the pole position cabinet. This is the artwork from Phoenix Arcade. Haven't even opened the box yet. So let's take a look at it. This is going to be the side art and the control panel overlay. I have to order the glass. I was trying to find a pole position 2 glass, but I did not have any luck with that. So we are going to order a regular pole position glass from Phoenix Arcade. Boy, they got this in here tight. I don't want to cut down the side of the box. Rip it. Maybe I can. Careful I don't hit the artwork. There we go. Okay. It's I think there's a laminate on it. I'm not sure, but we're just going to use Bondo squeegee. I don't have a felt squeegee out here, but I might just wrap a towel around it. Right now I'm just looking at which side this artwork is that I have, and of course the first one I'm unrolling is for the other side of the cabinet. So give me a second to get this one out. There's the control panel overlay here. Trying not to let this artwork fall on the floor because then I'm gonna get dirt on the backside. But what's nice about their artwork is it's screen printed. So this silver has the metallic in it that it's supposed to. A lot of the other places you order it from, this is just gonna be gray. It's not gonna have the metallic. So it's definitely would recommend either getting it from Phoenix or this old game, but this old game's gonna take a while to get it to you, unless they have it in stock. Sometimes they do have some stuff in stock. I don't know if they would have that in stock because it's screen printed. I know a lot of this old game's vinyl stuff that they print out of vinyl, they get that fairly quick to you. All right, I think I want to try something a little different. Setting up this artwork. Normally, I tape it to the cabinet, but I have these trigger-loaded clamps that are rubber, okay? They have a rubber tip on them. It'd be nice if maybe I can use these to hold the artwork onto the cabinet. I like putting the artwork on with the cabinet standing up. Most people do it laying down. I prefer standing up because I usually get less bubbles. So they give you this black outline here, and hopefully it's a little bit bigger than the cabinet, which it looks to be. And I don't know if I'm going to be able to use these clamps or not. Maybe for temporary, I can put one up here. I'm right in the way of the camera. I need to move the camera. Okay, for right now, I can kind of hold that one there. I'll just hold that on there for now so that I can adjust this thing because it's way out of whack right now. And I don't have a ton of room in here. Got a big box in my way and a bumper cover tomorrow. There we go. Okay, let me pause this for a second, clean up. Okay, obviously you can see down here we're way off. We're way over up here. So let's lift this one, loosen this one up. Let's raise it up a little bit. Reclamp it. I've never tried the clamps before. Figured I'd give it a shot. I believe, I don't know if there's a much reveal of the white. Well, there is some. Okay, we're still crooked. I believe this has got to possibly go up. That looks really good along here, actually. If anything, I think this might need to, I don't know, that's pretty. Okay, we gotta go up higher. So let me loosen this one. I'm gonna raise it up. I'm gonna have to raise this side up as well. It's definitely easier to align the artwork if the cabinet is laying down. Too far back. You can actually feel the grittiness in the silver. Okay, we're too far back. I'm gonna go online real quick and look at a picture of the artwork and just see where that back lines up. Okay, it looks like there's a little white reveal around the whole game, all the sides. So that means that I definitely need to go forward quite a bit. I think what I'm gonna do is raise it up like that. I might have to completely unclamp this and restart. Actually looking pretty decent there. Where did I put my tape measure? I just brought a tape measure over here and I don't know where I put it. Okay, I grabbed another tape measure. I have no idea where I put it. Unless I put it on top of the cabinet. Yep, in the marquee hole. All right, let's take a couple measurements here. We're gonna go right from the edge of the cabinet to the artwork, and that's 5/8. That's a little over 3/4, so we're a little crooked. And it's real close here. Okay, so I think what I'll do is raise this up a hair. Probably gonna have to come backwards still because the front doesn't have as big a reveal as the back right now. Right now, well, it's getting better. About a 1/2 inch. About a 1/2 inch. Actually. Oh man, we might have got it. How lucky could that be? I think I got it where it needs to go. Now I want to double check because that Atari definitely does not go to the angle of the cabinet, but I can't say that I remember it doing that. Right now it's pretty darn straight to the cabinet. Let me take one more look at a picture. Okay, Atari does not go to the angle of the cabinet, which is funny because you'd think that they would have done that. And I am too high right here. That's too high. So basically what's gonna happen is this colored print on the bottom of the print is gonna go right to the bottom of the cabinet. There is a, like a number there. And I remember when I took the old artwork off, you could see that on the print. So hopefully, there might be enough room, got about an inch or so. So I need to lower this down. So I guess what I'm gonna do is see if I can't lower this side just a little bit. And we'll go lower this side a little bit, and I'll just kind of work it back and forth like that a couple times until I think I get it where I need it. Okay, we're still high. That red's right at the edge of the cabinet. Normally I use masking tape to hold it. I just figured I'd try something different. I think the artwork's gonna be too far forward now. Yes, see, it's real close to that edge. We are lower, but we need to go a little bit more. A little bit more. So I'm gonna lower this one more time. Okay, now what I need to do is try to slide it this way a little bit. How can I achieve that? Because we're too far on this front edge. We don't have enough of a white reveal. Pretty much the color is almost on the edge of the cabinet and is leaving us about a 3/4 or so on the back side. So what I'm going to do is try to shift this a little bit like that and then reclamp it. I got like a hole right there. Okay, we're a little crooked. It's pretty close there. That's about a 1/2 inch reveal. It's about a 3/8. About a 3/8. About a 1/2 inch in the back. So I could stand to go a hair more back. I know this is probably boring, but this is kind of important to get it as straight as you can. You need to adjust the leg levelers a little bit. Pushing on the vinyl on the cabinet, you can kind of see it. And that actually looks, I'm happy with that. I'm happy with where that's at. I think I'm gonna go with it right there. Okay, so that I'm happy with. So let's grab another clamp or two and clamp it a little bit lower. I'm gonna have to get a razor blade. My knife is completely dead. I figure I'll do this side on camera, I'll do the other one off camera. what I'm going to do is I'm going to release this one up here. I'm going to stick it down here to hold it. Right here. Okay, now we can peel the paper off up to that spot and put the top part of the artwork on. When you cut it, you want to stay away from the cabinet. All right, let's see what we can do here. Now, the good thing is I painted this cabinet side white because you could see through this vinyl. So if this was black, it would be, the white would look dingy. So I just have a regular Bondo spreader and I put it inside of a microfiber towel, and that's what I'm using to spread this artwork onto the cabinet here. And you can see that this stuff sticks really well to this automotive paint. A little bubble here, which usually if you take your finger and you rub them, they'll go away. This is probably an air release vinyl, and the heat from rubbing on it with your finger takes it away. Okay, now we got that on. Now what we can do is take the bottom clamps off, just let the artwork relax by itself, just let it hang there and slowly start putting it on. And then I'm gonna have to run up to the house and grab a roll of black T-molding because I wanna put the T-molding on this side, because what I wanna do is roll this artwork over to the center of the T-molding slot, cut it in the center of the T-molding slot, and then apply the T-molding right away. And what that does is gives you a really nice edge here that's completely tied over top, and you don't have to worry about the artwork falling back on you or peeling away. So let's take these bottom ones off. Now that we have the top stuck, we know that technically it shouldn't go anywhere. And this is why I kind of like doing it this way, because to me, I've done it like this forever. I think for me, it just seems to be a little bit easier, but I don't, don't quote me on that, and I don't expect everybody to want to do it this way. I mean, it's a learning curve, especially if you've done it laying down and if you've had success doing it laying down, just keep doing it laying down, because that's what you know and that's what's going to work for you. This is what I know and this is what works for me. So don't think because I'm doing it like, oh man, maybe I should try it, because I don't want you to ruin your artwork trying something new if your method that you already use works. If I were just a little bit taller. Try to get this paper started. It's not tall enough to hold that artwork up high enough. Keep ripping the backing. once you get it started, you can get it going. All right. Come on. Usually don't have this kind of difficulty. Now I got it. Kept wanting to curl back up on me. I don't like this vinyl. Not a fan of it. We used to print a lot of vinyl for the games that I work on, which we still do on occasions. We use a HP. It's air release vinyl. HP, I think it's GP vinyl. It's a real nice vinyl that lets the air out of it if you get air bubbles. And it just seems to be a thicker product than this. I mean, don't get me wrong, this isn't bad, but just used to the other stuff. Just having a heck of a time getting the paper off the back. Keeps wanting to tear. Usually that doesn't happen. I don't like that at all. Normally it doesn't go on this hard. Bubble here. And when you have a bubble, gently rub on it. Don't push real hard, because then you're going to give yourself a crease or a line. So if you just lightly rub it, it'll come out. Plus, once it sits for a little bit, it'll also come out, usually on its own. But I had a pretty good bubble there, and it's gone now. So this is kind of how our vinyl acts. I'm just not used to this backing. Is real rips real easy. Use, like on ours, you can just take it right down, nice and easy. Okay, let me get my chair now. Got a few bubbles here because I had to keep peeling it back. but they are all coming out. Actually really well. A heat gun would probably work, or a hair dryer, but you'd have to be careful with it. You don't want to ruin your artwork. Usually, like I said, it doesn't go this rough, but we're getting it. We're definitely a lot better than it was. See now how it's just kind of laying there relaxing. So all I gotta do is work my way down. Just had a little bit of a hiccup in the middle. Don't get discouraged and don't start freaking out if something's not going right. Just take your time. It happens. I've done a ton of artwork, and look, it still happened to me. So you gotta just kind of relax and take your time. Little air bubble right here. There we go. And I'm not pushing really hard, just smoothing it out gently. Beautiful. We are on, we got one bubble right here. Actually, a few bubbles right here. This is where I was having that problem with the backing. Not being able to get it started. Got it. Okay, that is on. Now we can cut it. Now, just because I said I don't like the backing on this doesn't mean that this vinyl is bad by any means. I'm just personally not used to it. So don't take it the wrong way and be like, oh, that stuff's junk, because it's not junk. It's just I'm not used to using this stuff. So I'm just rubbing my fingers around this edge here. We're going to cut it right in the center of the T-mold slot. Stick your knife blade in there. Then I'm going to go grab the T-molding. We'll put the T-molding on this side, and then I'll do the other side off camera, and I'll show you what it looks like. I think this will probably be all I do tonight on this video, is just put the side art on. Getting kind of late. It's 9 o'clock at night already. And I'm gonna do something a little different with the T-molding. Normally I'll put my seam on the bottom of the cabinet in the center, but I'm gonna put it on the lower back part, in the back here, on the lower back part, because I think it would be better there, because then you'll have a nice solid piece of T-molding all along the bottom of it, which if you have a seam there, you have a potential for moisture to get into it. So what I'm doing is I'm pulling this vinyl as I run my thumb on the edge. Sometimes you gotta make several relief cuts to get around the corner. Get something to set the cabinet on. See if I can tilt it and put this 2x6 underneath it. Then I can put my T-molding on without that being a problem. Okay, that looks like that's gonna line up nice. All right, let me go grab the T-molding. I'm gonna cut that. I guess I can cut this real quick. Back in a minute. Okay, let's start putting the T-molding on this side. Okay, we're going to start by cutting this straighter. like I said, I want to put the seam in the back here. Now we have to do a relief cut here in the corner, like a pie-shaped cut, so that it'll bend around the corner. That's right. I have to get something to stand on. Let's see. Yep. Sometimes things fight you. Tonight's just one of those nights where everything's kind of fighting me a little bit. Okay, I'm gonna continue this. I feel like I'm wasting a bunch of time on the camera, not doing much. So I'm gonna go ahead and get this T-molding the rest of the way down around it. Then I'm gonna put on the other side and I'll come back and show you what it looks like. Okay, this side is on. I'm not gonna lie. The side kind of kicked my butt. Here's my seam. Way down there, I just put it where that bottom screw is so I can put the other one on the same spot. At least now, all this under here is one solid piece of vinyl T-molding. So it makes it nice and sealed up at the bottom edge. Let me get this piece of wood out from underneath here. Okay, there we go. Looks really, really good. I'm very happy with it. I'm happy with my reveal around the edges here. I think that turned out really nice. We even were able to save the print, the little number at the bottom there. So now I'm going to go to the other side and hopefully it doesn't fight me like this side did. So once I get the other side on, I'm just going to call this video good there. It'll just be whatever part I'm on, putting the side art on. And then I don't know if I'll be able to work on it tomorrow or not. If I do, I'll probably start putting the coin door on, speaker, grill, and stuff like that. You know what? I wasn't going to record this side, but I'm going to try to redeem myself. See if I can make this side a little bit easier than the last side, a little bit less stressful. I think I got it where I want it. It's real close to where it's at on the other side. So what I'm going to do now is I have these clamps where I want them. I just want to double check, and I'm happy with that. Okay, I'm going to remove this clamp here first and lower this one down. I do like the clamp method. I think it works pretty good. Don't know if I got enough room to clamp on the edge of this wood or not. Barely. And I think I want to move this one down too. Give myself a little bit more room on this vinyl. Okay, now, before I do this, I want to make sure that this didn't shift on me, and it doesn't look like it did. Okay, round two. Fingers crossed this one goes a little bit easier. I'll try to move you to this side maybe. All right. Probably should have grabbed that other knife. Oh boy. Don't want to pull on it real hard, just kind of gently set it up there. And you see how that vinyl stuck to itself a little bit? Don't yank hard. It'll usually come free unless you really let it touch. Then you could be in trouble. Let me zoom in here so you can see this. I want you to see this so that you can understand what I'm talking about with rubbing your finger on it. Okay, see that? That looks like this can be a crease. You know, like if you rub on it real hard, you're gonna crease it. That right there, that little dot's a piece of dirt in the paint. But anyways, if you just go like this, see, it's gone. So long as you don't get aggressive and like push real hard with your spreader, you can get this stuff out. It'll all come out. Okay, this top part didn't go too bad. It did stick to each other, but I got it out. This is that little line where it stuck to each other. Rub it, it's gone. And you can always, I always like to, once I get it on all the way, I like to rub my hand on it just to make sure I don't feel any bubbles anywhere. Okay, little bubble here, right at the edge. Okay, top half is on. Let's see what happens at the bottom. Basically, if I can get this paper started all the way across this time. And what I did different on this one was, on the last one, I had cut the slit here and I had the clamp right there, and I think that was part of my problem because I had made a slit in the paper right here. I still have the slit down there to deal with, but it shouldn't be as bad. So let's take the clamps off. I think I ordered these on Amazon. I think I got 4 of them for like 20 bucks or something like that. Okay, let's see what happens here. Get my towel ready to where I can reach it. 2 people would definitely make this process a lot easier. Okay, got the paper started without tearing it in the center. Oh, I got a line right there. When you get to the bottom here, don't let it flap down on you real hard because it could wrinkle on you. Couple bubbles. Okay, It went much smoother that time. But I put one side on, now I'm used to the paper. I screwed up on the other side. I probably shouldn't have cut that slit right here and put that clamp right there. Putting it down lower was definitely better, but it went on much easier. No issues, no bubbles, they're all out. So I'm gonna go off camera, cut it, put the T-molding on, come back and show you both sides. Okay, I got it. Turned out beautiful. Looks really good. Looks like my reveal on this side, and this side looks to be about the same. It's darn close. I think I am gonna do one more thing on this video. I think I'm going to just put the control panel overlay on real quick because I kind of have it sitting over there on the counter, and it'd probably be smart to just put it on so it's not sitting there where it could possibly get damaged. So let me go grab the control panel. We'll just set it on this bucket right here and we'll put it on real quick. Or maybe I'll lay this box down and use that. Okay, let's see if we get this on halfway decent. Grab my towel and actually I don't need my towel for this one. This has a textured laminate over top. Now, I left the hinge hanging downwards just to give me some clearance so that the what am I trying to say here? So the vinyl doesn't stick to the cardboard box. That's what I'm trying to say. Okay, so basically we just need to line up these holes, which technically I could use a carriage bolt, but we'll just use the clamps again. I think we'll be okay with that. That's right about where I need it. I have some spring-loaded clamps too, but I don't know where I put them. I have to find them. When these come pre-cut, they're a little bit harder to line up. You have less forgiveness than if it were one that you had to cut the holes out of. Okay. All right, I'm happy with that. Once again, try not to drag your knife on your metal, because if you leave a line in your paint, it could show up through your vinyl. Scissors usually works pretty good. I just forgot to grab them. And this, I can just use my hand really. And this is not a huge curve. I mean, it's a curve, but we should be able to heat it up with my palms of my hand. If not, we'll get the heat gun. Okay, we're trying to kind of let it relax down. Uh-oh. Darn it, keep getting an air bubble in it. What I'm doing is I'm using the palm of my hand and I'm rubbing it back and forth as I bend it around this corner. Sorry to shake the camera there. Beautiful. It is on. no bubbles, no creases. So there we go. We have the artwork done on the cabinet. I gotta clean up my mess, but we do have the artwork done. The only other artwork is the screen bezel, which just slides in, and same thing with the marquee, that just slides in. So that's gonna end this video. So we got the artwork done on this game. Next is getting the front together. I gotta clean out the inside still. I wanna vacuum it. Probably lightly sand it and then vacuum it in there just to clean the dust and dirt off the plywood. I do have some rivets for here. They're silver, so we'll have to rivet them in here with the rivet gun and then paint them black. I might just use a paintbrush or a paint marker. I'm not sure yet on what I want to do with that. But as you can see, I'm kind of glad that I struggled on this side and I had a few issues, because it just goes to show I've done hundreds of arcade cabinet restores, tons of side art, and even though I've done a ton of side art, you could still run into problems. You could still have problems with it. Keep cool, just try to relax, don't stress out about it, because when you start stressing out, then you start making decisions that are not going to help you out. It'll end up screwing you over worse. Believe me, I know, I've done it. I've ruined side art before. This side, the top flopped over a little bit and stuck, but it barely stuck. You can usually pull those apart if you're careful. Don't yank it, and don't put don't stretch your vinyl. The more you stretch it and put tension on it, the worse it is, because you'll start getting lines in your vinyl to where when you try to squeegee it down, you'll get creases because you stretched it out of shape. But I'm really happy with the way it looks. It's lined up just about perfect on both sides, which nobody ever looks at both sides at the same time. I'm just trying to get it as close as I can, and I'm happy with it. Happy with the control panel. I think that looks really good too. So it's going to come together. It's going to look brand new when this thing is done. So tomorrow, maybe I'll make a quick video on painting those doors, because I have to paint a bumper cover for a car tomorrow. I need to work on the 59, and we'll see what I have time-wise, if I have time to do anything else. But yeah, maybe I'll do a quick video tomorrow on sanding and painting the back doors. Probably only be like a 20-30 minute video, nothing crazy. We'll go over the paint and everything again so you guys can see what it is. If people haven't watched the channel in the past, I'll show you what paint I use and how I mix it and all that stuff. So, all right, guys, that's going to end this video. Please like, share, subscribe, hit the thumbs up. I'd really appreciate it, and I will see you guys tomorrow.